So in this video, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna learn how to factor. So what we're gonna factor is, well, actually, factor means just to take something that these terms or the given terms have in common and put it outside the parentheses. Okay, parentheses in algebra means multiplication. So what I'm talking about is this. Let's think about what all these three terms have in common. Well, if you notice, the thing that they have in common is an x, right? So that means that we can factor an x, which I'll rewrite it here, and this is an arrow, so we just have x. Take 1x out of that x cubed, which is x squared. Then I have the plus. I can take the x, 1x of that x squared, which is just x. And from this term, we can always assume that it's to the first power, right? So we can take out 1x out of that one, which is just 1. Okay. And if you want to double check that you factor properly, you can always just go back and distribute this guy here. They factor out. So basically what we can do is multiply x times x squared, which is what? X cubed. Now you do x times this x, which is what? X squared. Then x times 1 is what? X. Okay, so if you notice that this is the same as what we started with. So that's all it is with factoring. We can try a different example, and let's write it here with a different color. So let's make it a little bit more challenging, right? So let's have x cubed plus x squared plus 3x. Okay, so let's do it 3 here, let's do 3 there. Okay, so if you notice this one, it's similar than the previous one, but you have the 3 here, right? And you also notice that these 3 terms have the 3 in front of it, which means that that's something they have in common, right? What is it that they have in common? Well, the 3, and of course, as we saw before, the x. So we can take out the 3x. Okay, so we can factor 3x here, and then we open the parentheses every time you factor out something. So x squared, right, plus x plus 1. Okay, and that's it. So that will be it for this second example. Let me just 2. Okay, and then this is example 1. Example 1, example 2. Okay, so finally just to this one. Let's do like this green color. So then we can do example 3. Let me do example 3. Okay, so we can have what? We can have 6x cubed plus 3x squared plus 9x. Okay, so here what we're gonna do here for this guy is notice that, oh, what is it that they have in common? Well, for one, all of them have an x. Okay, so we can factor out an x. Okay, what's the other thing they have in common? Well, if you notice that they're factors of 3, that means that we can take out a 3 out of each term, right? So then we have 3x. So since you factor out a 3x from the first term here, then you would have what? 2x squared, right? Plus, well, you factor out 3x from this 3x squared, which is just what? Which is just x. And you factor out, well, we factor out a 3x out of this 9x, right? So basically just divide the 9x by 3x, which is what? Yeah, it's just 3. And we want to make sure, as I mentioned before, that we got the right answer. We can always distribute back, right? So we can multiply each term, each of these guys, by 3x. So we have 3x times 2x squared, which is, yep, 6x cubed. Then you multiply the 3x times the x, which is what? 3x squared. You multiply this guy times 3, which is 3x times 3, which is, yep, x. So this would be our answer, and as you notice, is the same one that we started with. Okay, hope that helped you guys to have a better understanding of factoring, and if you have any questions, just please let me know in the comments below.